Long as I don't total this car, there is one more car. Well, I've got 3 cars marked up here that are pristine, but I can't get into them. The mail truck I can get into, but I don't have the skills to change over its fuel thing, so it's not that useful. I don't know where this is. Hold on. What is this? A bakery thing. Okay. That place will definitely have food. I just want to get up to the main road so I can have a snooze, and then we can head off in the early morning. Well, realistically, I should drive a little bit through the night. I kind of want to get to my body at like the crack of dawn as best I can. So if I could put it to sleep early, that would actually be beneficial. There's a dead zombie back there. Little brother is Melman. I am very proud. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Grew up to stop harassing people's Pokemon and stuff and deliver them. Oh, no! Triantha! Oh, you didn't deserve that. I'm going to skin you. Hold on. I don't think I can cook you, but... he's not going to be happy that that happened. Where is he? Why can't I see the raccoon? I know, Keelan. It was a female raccoon, okay. It wasn't Triantha, specifically. So we're okay. Alright. Nothing I can do about it. I'll leave it there. I can't take it. I can't cook it. I think you didn't deserve that. I'm gonna skin you. Look, we all make decisions, okay? We all make decisions about, like, what to do in, like, the event that something like that happens. I ran through a fucking pack of bunnies as well at one point because, like, I came around a corner on, like, dusk and I'm, like, didn't see them. Didn't see them until I just crunched, like, this whole, like, section of bunnies. And I'm like, well, can't do anything about that now. We had the deer. I managed to miss the deer. But yeah, I guess it was inevitable I was going to hit a raccoon eventually. I'm just glad Triantha wasn't here to see that. He's our Chaos Senpai. And honestly, I don't know how well his Chaos Radar would go with that. Sometimes you just have to floor it. I mean, in this, I imagine if you're trying to get, like, wild meat and stuff like that, it would actually be pretty beneficial to just absolutely, like, mow them down. Because then at least you don't have to hunt them and shit. But it fucked your car up. Even the small rats and shit fuck the car up bad. You know? So, now I should be I don't know what that was, but that's okay. We should be coming up to the intersection that I want. What I want to do, I want to have her have a snooze. I was going to make her have a snooze down here, but I think we're just going to keep going up the road here. Or scuffing that tree. Yeah, this is where we want to be. We want to go to the end of this. I'm going to have to walk to my corpse. I've driven around and I cannot find a clear passage. Jesus, trees. This is not the specific reason why I have a tree emote, but I have a tree emote for many reasons. Tree related. Oh, man. Whilst driving yesterday, traffic halted by a group of deer crossing the road. Yeah, that's at least one thing we don't get here. We get kangaroos on, like, dawn and dusk and shit, and we get rabbits in the suburbs on, like, dawn and dusk as well. Or, like, at night, late at night. They'll come out and they'll, like, warm up on the road and shit. The kangaroos will fuck your car up, though. Like, they will also fuck up, like, trucks and shit, so... Yeah, it's not great. Mind you, some areas, like the cows, will fuck up your car. So, or truck or whatever. Alright, straight up, you're having a snooze right where you are. Let's go. It's silly that your heavy truck gets damaged by running over a rotting corpse. I know. But the other thing too... Great, that's a gunshot. Depending on, like, the type of car you got, some cars are not high enough and will take, like, underbody damage, wood damage, damage to your wheels. Like, you go over a bone and you snap it and it turns into a shard. Like, in most games where you use it like a shank, right? It can still pop your tires and do damage. Like, that's how you got to kind of, like, look at it. Is it will just fuck up your car. Alright. I want to make sure that I am carrying about the least amount that I could possibly carry, except with the exception of a bit of medicine, because I don't know how many zombies are on my body. I'm going to take a bandage for this. I'll take, like, an alcohol wipe in case of infection, 2 bandages. I am not taking canned goods for this. Why is she in pain? What the fuck? Oh, she slept in... Okay, hold on. We got painkillers for that. Yeah, there we go. Problem solved. I was going to say, I'm like, she didn't get hurt. But alright, so we've got basic medicine that we can access. I have got a tent packed, and I could use that if we get partway out there, because there were a couple of houses that were good. So I might keep that for the way back. I don't need the soap. I don't need the sugar. I don't need my wrench for this. So we'll chuck that in. Yeah, I can understand that kind damage, but not when you drive over a down zombie just to have your engine blow up, windshield shatter and hood crumble like a tin can. Yeah, no, I can't see that unless you have like a crack in the fucking like engine mount or something like that. That's like bad, and like you've already got pre-existing damage in the car. Then you hit like any kind of solid bump hard enough, it's going to fuck that up. I do... I know what I know about cars from, like, the way I drive, by the way. I'm not having anybody make a fucking comment about, like, female drivers and stuff. I just, a little bit lead-footed is what I am. I get it from my grandma. Really. I genuinely do. I should be able to eat the dog food before we go for a run. You're gonna need heavy weapon if you want to kill... Was that Zomboid? Well, I like that. She might actually have a lot of armor. You're right. I should take a baton with me. At least. Hold on. I've got a nightstick I want to take with me. Not that one. This one. The backup in case my... In case my bat breaks. Just in case. Oh, let's drive. It's just you being a hazard. Yeah, generally speaking. It's specifically how I get about more than anything. I don't need to get fuel while I'm in here. I've got a nightstick for spare. We'll eat the dog food. She ain't going to be happy about it. It's quite early. And I know there's only 2 to 3 zombies between me and where I looted most of this stuff from. And most of the town in there is empty because I cleared it earlier tonight. So it should be okay. So I've got a tent. We've got a light. We have a little bit of water, not a lot. I can fill that up in the area. I actually have a bottle opener. Okay. I don't really need that, but I think I've got all the bare minimum stuff. I just got to grab some basic food. Obviously, we're going to pack the margarine. Some high calorie shit. The granola bar. And I only want like one more thing. I thought I had another bar of food. Maybe I don't. Do I? Somewhere? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, no, I must have eaten it. Okay, I've got a granola bar and I've got that. Let's take the chips alight. Okay, let's chuck those in there. Okay, so she got a couple of things. We're gonna take the caffeine pills now. We're gonna hit the road. Try to get over to our body. Is that your car had a pre-existing condition? I mean, sometimes that's why cars get sold. This is something that, like, sometimes people just don't think about, but, like, there's obviously people upgrading for the sake of needing to, like, their life has changed and stuff, and then there's people upgrading because there is something wrong with it beyond, like, their capacity to afford to fix, and they'll sell it and stuff, because, like, my cousin got rorted with that. She got a car that needs something, a few $1,000s to fix, but it wasn't picked up on in the inspection for transfer sale and stuff. So that really sucks. That's unfortunate. Like I know pretty much most everything wrong with my car because like I've had it for like, I don't know, I think maybe 15, 20 years now, give or take. I've had it a long time. It's like an '05 model, so yeah, 20 years, I guess. I haven't had it that whole time, but nearly, just about. I knew the previous owner, so I know pre-existing shit before I got it and crap. What else? Is that if PUBG had a favorite weapon, with most kills on display in profile, your weapon would be car. It is actually a car. The one single weapon in PUBG that I've got the most kills with is the car. The cars in general. Because, like, I slide in and fucking kill people. Like, I have a motorbike, I slide in and clap them with the back wheel, I run them flat over with the front wheel. I do some kind of fucking swirly trick in the air and land on them. Like, I don't know, slide through a crowd. Like, I do a lot with the cars. Like, drift around a corner behind a tree and get somebody dead that way because they weren't expecting the car to, like, curl around the tree kind of thing in, like, a safe way. Yeah, I get creative with cars. Hello. You look a lot like me. But I know I died. I died a lot further up. You got a machete too, but you look a lot like me. A broken scrap metal sword. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't think you're me. But interesting facts. Is it working on that sewing project right now? Oh yeah. Did things out of order, which means I got half-assed the job instead of doing it right. I'm going to get away with it. Oh my god. Are you though? Because like you're omitting it. Let's top up my water bottle. I tried... Okay, when I was doing my rigging the other day, I attempted to like skip ahead because I kind of like got the gist of where we were going with like the tutorial. And I'm like, oh no, I understand what's going on. Anyway, I skipped ahead and had to undo like at least like 20 steps. I'm like, yep, no, follow the tutorial. That's what it's there for. But yeah. So I got it to do what I wanted after a while. She should be able to run like a little bit. Actually, she should be able to just walk through here because there's no zombies down this way. And there should be like maybe one at the end of the street. That's a rat, maybe? What is that? Yeah, no, that's a rat. I was gonna say, I'm like, there's something there, and I'm like, it's glittering like it could be a key, but I guess it's just a very shiny, glossy rat. I guess that shit happens. When a perk plays PUBG, the sound of death isn't pew pew, it's beep beep. It isn't even beep beep, it's just like engine revving noises and or like car crashing sounds. Like, I played casually the other weekend for like, I don't know, just a quick round, just like 10, 15 minutes kind of run, right? And I jumped in. I killed 2 people and I killed the third guy as he killed me. But the problem was that like I died before I managed to kill him with the car. But I still killed him with the car. So yeah, 3 kills. I thought it was actually pretty good. I thought it was kind of funny because I'm like, you know, if I had have just stayed slightly conscious or if I had have been like in a team and got downed. I also played 1v squads a couple of months ago as well. When I was sick, I played 1v squads and I got top 2, which was insane because I was up against 2 people and a random other person. So like they killed the random other person and the 2 people in the squad together were above me. And I managed to get up and kill one, and his mate killed me. I'm like, that's not bad. That's not bad considering I was up against, like, all players for that round. I'm like, it made me kind of want to play it tonight as, like, you know, the 1v squads and stuff. But, like, I have to play it way more seriously. So it's not like I can just casually bum around it like I do on stream a lot of the time. Because, like, you gotta see how often I, like, just casually die playing games and stuff. Because I'm, like, having fun, having a conversation and stuff. I'm like, well, now I gotta go get that. But yeah, that one I had to actually like pay attention a bit. I'm doing an insert, just a bit of applique. I know I said that wrong, like applique or something like that. I should have done earlier, but it'll be fine. I've watched like a few people do like various like sewing and other types of stuff where they will do like work on something up until a point and then they'll realize that like they've messed it up or they've realized that they forgot to do something before it and then like they'll have to like backtrack a whole heap, or sometimes they'll just like stitch in a sneaky patch or something like that to like resolve the issue or whatever. Like it's It's always pretty interesting for me to watch and stuff. Like, I'm not great with sewing. I can knit, but I don't, like, it's not that I don't enjoy knitting. I just, I did it for like a couple of years and I just don't have the patience for it anymore. That's more of what my problem with knitting is. But sewing, I can't sew for shit. I can't hand sew very well. Like, if I gotta hem something, fuck that. Just down the hems. I don't have hems anymore. But like, if I gotta put a button back on or something like that, I'm fine. But, yeah, if I've got to use like a sewing machine, which I don't own one, but when I used to use like my mum's or when I used it at school and crap, I was very, very shit at it. I'd often like break my mum's sewing machine, which was funny because she didn't use it. And I went through like a stage of my life where like I used it pretty frequently. But she didn't know how to like help me get the bobbin thing unstuck from the needle. I also break things creatively too. Not intentionally, I just have like a knack for like really fucking something up in a special way. I also noticed that some of these like leaves are changing color and I think it's really pretty. I'm guessing that it's finally hit fall. It's like the 23rd of October in the game. I don't want to go too far downwards because this is all like roughage down here too, but I also don't want to be up near the fence. Because I remember the fence on the other side has got like zombies and stuff in it. Obviously on like the road, I just can't always see them. But yeah, I figured my logic with this was there's a group of zombies back there and I reckon I can use that group of zombies to down the fence and that will let me into this. The only problem is it's only going to let me into that little tunnel, wherever the fuck I am. Where am I? I'm getting close. But yeah, it only lets me into like this skinny little tunnel. And I think it would let me up into maybe the generator. And that would be it. I would like to take the car back over here, but there's no straight line to it. Like, that's woods. Alright, what's your problem? You're weepy. I don't have anything I can give you, but I didn't bring a book or anything. And she's a little bit hungry. She can maybe eat the chips. That might make her feel better. Alright, we're going to eat the chips while we walk. That will make her a little bit less sad sack because I'm hearing the music getting real sad. And I'm like, I get it. We ate dog food. Honestly, in an apocalypse situation, I don't think I'd be as upset as like most people are about dog food because it's like tested by people for like flavor and shit, right? It's supposed to smell and look a lot like some of our fucking soups and stews and shit, you know? And it would also be like a pretty balanced meal. So I can't really see it being like shit, you know? That's how I look at it anyway. That's the apocalypse. Exactly. Like, I'd just be happy to have a can of freshly preserved food, you know? That would be more important, I think. But I guess each to their own, like, see it as like a sign of decline and shit. But like, I already live very, very close to the wire myself in a very frugal, sort of minimalistic, no frills kind of life. Not by choice, by like monetary issues. But yeah, I kind of like learnt to enjoy what little joy I get out of stuff. Like, I made a really good toasted sandwich yesterday. It was fucking mint. It just had like that gorgeously like crispy fucking buttery outer shell and just the right amount of like searing hot fucking cheese and tasty ass like turkey meat and like good ripe tomatoes and stuff. And I appreciated the shit out of that meal. You know, it's making my mouth water just talking about it kind of thing. But like, you know, you eventually get to a point where you can just really value something as simple as that. And then once you're in the apocalypse, the same kind of thing. It's like, oh, sweet, I got a can of fucking food. Yeah, it's dog food, but you know what? It's probably like the first meat and canned pureed vegetables you've had in fuck knows how long. You know, that's how I see it. Plus, maybe there's gravy involved. I'm not a big gravy person, but I think in the apocalypse I might be. You know, eaten two different types of cat food, cat treats, sorry. They both tasted very bad. I have snacked on like some kind of like dried sardine thing before that was intended for my cats, because I had this my first cat. She really liked these like dried sardines, and they smelt incredible. They just smelt like a soup base. They were just gorgeous, right? And oh, here we are. Here's the group. And you can't see it because it's behind my butt. But yeah, I took a nibble, just the tiniest little crack of like the fin end of it, where it was the driest, therefore like technically the most preserved. And yeah, it didn't taste too bad until it got into like the gooey stuff in the center. I'm sure if I had gutted it, it probably would have actually been a really great thing. It would have been no different than any kind of like dried sardines in a sense. All right, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish here. 11 to 12, give or take. My bat will break eventually. So let's... Okay, 2 down. You got a wallet on you. You got a ring and stuff. My corpse is that one. The one with the white helmet. She's going to be the hardest one to get out of here. I'm gifted all these natural apple pie flavor treats, and I tasted them, and they were like the blandest cookies because no sugar. Now that's another thing too, is if you get used to like low or no salt or like low or no sugar, it gets to the point where it doesn't actually taste that bad, realistically. Because, like, obviously, like, when I was going through the most severe part of my, like, life-threatening situation with my Crohn's, I couldn't have a lot of salty food because of the extremely high blood pressure I was experiencing. And the medicine and stuff I had to take for that. This is all my stuff on me here. And she's got the sleeping bag, too. Nice. Well, I don't need to kill this group of zombies, but, like, I'm pretty pissed off at this group of zombies nonetheless. Like, there's still maybe 4, and they're definitely going to come at me while I'm looting, so there might be more. I'll see if I can get rid of them. But yeah, I got pretty used to having, like, low to no salt at one point, and everything at first tasted terrible, but once I got used to it, everything else tasted really salty. And, like, my partner went through a phase where he made this, like, stir-fry extremely salty, and I tried it one day, and he'd been, like, having it really consistently over and over again and just adding more and more salt. And I tried it one day, I'm like, oh, that's horrible. Like, there's so much fucking salt in this thing. Oh, my flashlight's on the ground. Sick. There we go. There's a broken protective elbow pad there. But yeah, anyway, he had no idea that his salt tolerance had gotten that high, you know? Because he was just always eating it. It was completely normal to him. Alright. Got you dead. Those two are pretty pissed off, but they're not over here. There could be one more in here. But this is my body up here. So unless they follow me, which they don't seem to be, I should have a couple of minutes to try to get my stuff off this body. I had a nice watch. I had water. Just going to see if I can grab everything. See how we go. Also, I should have my cat keychain on this too. Welcome in, Paladin. Thank you for the follow. I just successfully killed my corpse and getting my stuff back. I don't know the condition of all my gear because, like, my corpse has been out here for a while. We had a different gameplay for a little bit, but I will check later. I will check once I'm back at the car. Oh yeah, we were yellowy orange last time. Nice. All right, new key ring. I kind of just want to chuck that on. Well, okay. Where is my cute little cat key ring? Did I leave that at home? I wonder if it despawned. I had a cute little cat face, and it would show up instead of the pile of keys, it would show up a cute little cat face. So that's a little sad. Okay, I've got everything except for my bandu and my belt. Guess these 3 are still walking over here, but my shit's really heavy, so this is going to hurt me on my way home. Let's see if there is, like, I guess I can't, like, get in and check. But I've got everything. Like, a piece of my armor fell off, and I've got my flashlight, so we've got a proper fucking torch for the way home, which is nice. And there shouldn't... It's not even midday, so we should be able to make it home. We started before dawn. Well, home is the car right now. We should be able to make it back. How's my bat doing? It's actually still doing good. Okay. So I just got to actually kind of at least keep an eye on my person as we walk home. And make sure her damage doesn't get too bad. Just check you guys there for a sec. There's this place down the street that has peaches in season, I believe. I have to stop by and get some. Maybe make a pie. I'd love to, like, try probably, like, fresh peach and stuff like that. But I'm not... Like, I like plums. But I think it's... I hate apricots and I hate nectarines. I refuse to eat apricots. Just on principle, I don't like the flavor of them. But nectarines, I often mistake for peaches. Because they look very similar here. And so I normally don't go for one or the other in case it's the wrong one. It's the same kind of issue I used to have with mangoes and pawpaws, where I couldn't kind of tell them apart once they were like cut open and shit. So, but I do like canned peaches. I like those a lot. Grew up with those as like, you know, putting them in with some ice cream and shit like that. That was some great shit. Plus, for some reason, like, whenever I actually want ice cream, it's always in winter. Which I kind of find is a bit funny. Because it's cold, and then I want cold ice cream. But I never really want ice cream in summer. I don't mind, like, a watery type of ice block, but I'm not a huge fan of it. She's still pretty miserable, but at least the caffeine pills are keeping her awake. I'm gonna still follow the route that we went through back, because it's cleared of zombies. I'm not gonna take a shortcut or something and risk that. This has been a hell of a journey to get Corpse 8 back. Because, like, for anybody that missed it, I died over here, okay? I got eaten in the night by that pack. I walked straight into it, couldn't see it because my flashlight broke. And my car is currently over here, right? But originally I had walked from all the way over here where my car had broke down out of fuel, right? I'd walked all the way along this line, all the way down here. And my home base, just remember we're up here at the moment. Hold on, we're up here. My home base is over here, up in here. So we got a long way to go home, but I have a car, so it's not going to be the worst trip home. But yeah, we're going back to the car now. And she can have a rest. I'll let her have a rest before we try to embark on the way home. It should take probably 2 day cycles to get home, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, dog treats weren't bad. They just weren't good either. I'd happily eat them if they're starving long. I remember my grandma had, basically they were like sugar cookies or milk cookies or something like that.